To business now, the federal government, International Institute of Tropical Agriculture, IITA, and World Bank have concluded plans to partner on innovative agricultural practices to address food insecurity in the country. This was the outcome of a high-level meeting between Vice President Senator Kashim Shettima and a delegation from the IITA, World Bank, and the International Food Policy Research Institute in Abuja. The Vice President said the goal is to increase yield, adding that the IITA was in a vantage position to assist not just Nigeria, but sub-Saharan Africa in repositioning the agriculture ecosystem. Also, World Bank Practice Manager for Agriculture and Food Global Practice, Mr. Abel Lufafa, expressed IITA, World Bank, and other partners' joy over President Tinubu administration's interest and quantum of support to revamp agricultural productivity in the country. But away from there now, the Central Bank of Nigeria Monetary Policy Committee has increased the benchmark interest rate by 150 basis points to 26.25% from 24.75% to curb inflation rate. The Apex Bank also retained the cash reserve ratio of deposit money bank at 45% and put the asymmetric corridor around the MPR at a minus or plus 100 and minus 300 basis points. On our flagship program, Business Nigeria, Head of Research and Strategy at Greenwich Merchant Bank, Mr. Olushola Oriyeniko, commended the decision of the central bank.
It's appropriate to mention at this point that in the last 2 months, the economy has recorded a traction of improvement in inflation rates. There is marginal increase in April. If permitted as a measure, that shows that things are beginning to be in shape at the right direction. If we use comparative numbers, you agree with me that inflationary pressure has slowed down considerably, giving the 0.4% year-on-year increase to 33.7 in April. Compared to where we're coming from, remember we had a 1.5% increase in March. So if we use that as a benchmark or as a lead for our analysis, it shows that things are beginning to move in the right direction. Hence, I believe that if we are to tick the boxes in line with the MPC's consideration of commitment to price stability mandate, then that should be in near green territory, and that simply shows that the set target, they are moving in the right direction.
Now, the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry is urging the Central Bank of Nigeria to apply an import duty exchange rate lower than the official rate for a fixed time. The Chamber's Director General, Dr. Chinyere Mona, gave the advice in Lagos in reaction to the outcome of the Monetary Policy Committee meeting. The MPC on Tuesday raised the monetary policy rate by 150 basis points from 24.75% to 26.25%. while the liquidity ratio remains unchanged at 30%. According to the Director General, the call to apply a lower import duties to help businesses plan better and serve as a palliative that benefits a high proportion of the populace. Now, the Bank of Industry says it has created approximately 2.19 million direct and indirect jobs across the country. The Bank Shareholders Committee Chairman, Mr. Mohammed Bala, said these at the 64th Annual General Meeting in Abuja. Mr. Bala disclosed that the bank's profit before tax increased from 70.7 billion naira to 153.81 billion naira, the highest in the bank's history, representing about 17.69%. The bank's total assets surged by an impressive 64.6%, escalating from 2.37 trillion naira to 3.91 trillion naira. According to him, the figures underscore the bank's commitment to enhance its financial foundation and expand its capacity to support Nigeria's industrial sector. Let's take you outside Nigeria now. Several Asian shares benchmarks fell today as market digested the implications of policymakers in major economies, preferring to take a patient approach to monetary easing amid sticky inflation. Chinese blue chips fell by 0.9%, while Hong Kong Hang Seng Index similarly and slipped by 1.4%. In the broader market, MSCI's Broadex Index of Asia Pacific shares outside Japan eased 0.26%, while Australia's S&P AX 200 index lost 0.5%, also hurt by a pullback in some commodities prices. Meanwhile, U.S. stocks futures received a boost after NVIDIA predicted quarterly revenue above estimate after the bell. S&P 500 futures tacked on by 0.6%, while Nasdaq futures surged 0.95%, while Eurostoxx 50 futures inched up by 0.38%. Taiwan's tech-heavy stock benchmark scaled a record peak and last traded at 0.25% higher. The MSCI Asia Pacific Stocks Index touched an over 2-year high. Also, Japan's Nikkei jumped by 1.2%, drawing some support from a weaker yen that touched its lowest level in over 3 weeks. And in the crude oil space now, prices under pressure today after the minutes of a U.S. Federal Reserve meeting revealed discussions of a further tightening of interest rate and inflation remains sticky, a move that could hurt oil demand. U.S. West Texas Intermediate rose to sell at $77.60 per barrel with an upward price reveal of 0.04%. Brent crude futures also experienced an uptick of 0.07%, selling at $81.96 per barrel. And Bonilla recorded a downward price margin of 1.09%, selling at $81.68 per barrel. And for the OPEC basket, crude oil dealers are offering $84.51 per barrel, with a price decline of 1.1%. And that's all for business. Coming up in Access Sport, please stay with us.
Last year was a shutdown. But this time it's going to be a night to remember. Lagos, are you ready? It's Ogbuefi live in Lagos from Onitsha to Lagos. Featuring AY, Clint the Drunk, Nedu Wazobia, Senator, Funny Bone, MC Danfo, Edo Pikin, Kaboko, Sa One on One, Albino Brothers, and lots more. Musical performances by Ayi Dons, Onyeze, Spackle T, and many others. Venue, Eco Hotels and Suites, Lagos. Date is Sunday, 26th May 2024. Show starts by 7 p.m. Tickets, regular 5,000 Naira. VIP, 25,000 Naira. Gold table, 2 million Naira. Premium table, 3 million Naira. Tickets are available at all Urban supermarkets or visit ariatickets.com. For table reservations, please call 0703-309-9740. Supported by Taka Group, Vera Angela Solution, Vintage, Volaroo Champagne, Wayne Homes, ICA Properties, Cubana Group, Demaco Wine, Viper Engine Oil, and Agu.ng. This event is powered by Talk Empire and Amana Agu. Packaged by Landry Maku Event. Media partners, TVC.
Hello and welcome to sports. Ademola Lookman wrecked Bayer Leverkusen's pursuit of a historic unbeaten treble by scoring a stunning hat-trick to seal the Europa League glory for Atalanta and Dublin. The former Everton and RB Leipzig player scored the opening goal in the 12th minute.
We played a fantastic first half, and in the second half, we didn't rest on our laurels. We kept pushing, and we got opportunities, and we won the game. The support and the unwavering support I get from the love and the love I get back home from our people is unbelievable. It gives me the motivation to, try to inspire myself and try to evolve in different areas of myself, not just in my game, just me as a person also. And I think that's taken me to a new level. I think, obviously, competing in AFCON this January, unfortunately we lost in the final. But that whole tournament, I think it catapulted us as the Super Eagles back again, and we have the support from back home. So, you know.
Ademola Lookman, who was voted man of the match, becomes the first player to score a hat-trick in the final of the Europa League. At age 66, Atalanta manager Gianpiero Gasperini is the oldest coach to win the UEFA Europa League trophy. The defeat to Leverkusen ends the unbeaten run, which had lasted 51 games and 361 days, stretching back to 3-0 defeat against Bochum in 2023. The Europa League final concluded. Of course, the attention now will shift to Europa Conference final between Olympiacos and Fiorentina, which will take place on the 29th of May in Athens. Now, West Ham have appointed Julian Lopetegui as their new head coach at the moment. The 57-year-old Spaniard, who agreed a deal with the Hammers earlier this month, succeeds David Moyes and joins on a 2-year deal with the option for a third. Lopetegui has been out of managerial role since he left Wolves in August. Earlier this month, West Ham confirmed Moyes, who took over for the second spell at the club in December 2019 and won the Europa Conference League in 2003, will leave at the end of the season.
I feel very happy, first of all, and with a big commitment to be able to be part in the future of this big club, and to try to put our step and our stone to be able to achieve all our aims and to be better and better always, because the football is about this, to be better and better and to be able in the end to achieve all our aims. No, I think that we have a fantastic platform, and the last year I think that they have been a very good years to have this base, and of course, but you ask me about what's my ambition as a coach, always is to be better, to achieve more.
And away from football matters now, let's talk tennis. Table tennis is a sport that has put the nation on the global sporting map with the emergence of the likes of Aruna Quadri, of Young Adam. Correspondent Samson Oluyede reports that the National Hopes Weekend Challenge is another platform through which to raise, of course, future stars. She tells us more about that. And that will be sports this hour.
The 2024 National Hopes Week and Challenge for the Under-12 boys and girls, organized by the Nigerian Table Tennis Federation in conjunction with the International Table Tennis Federation, kicked off on the 20th of May and will run through the 25th of May. Several teaming youngsters representing states such as Anambra, Kogi, Kwara, Lagos, among others, as well as various table tennis clubs in Nigeria, are participating at the week-long event.
We are half prepared because we are going to prepare on Thursday and only on Thursday. So we are like prepared. You can say we are prepared
because we are doing training before, and me also I want to win to gain something for my parents.
As the clinic rounds up on Thursday and the championship kicks off on Friday, the players are excited and optimistic of their chances at excelling.
I can win. I'm very prepared.
I'm 100% prepared and I'm ready for the tournament. I want to win and I am prepared for it to win.
Yes, I'm super excited and I think I can win the competition.
It is the hope of organizers and players alike that the tournament will bet the future stars in the frame of Aruna Quadri, Olajide Omotayo, Funke Oshonaike, Fatima Bello, among others, for the growth and development of table tennis in Nigeria. Samson Oloide, TVC News, Lagos.
Finally, on TVC News at 1, we're bringing news from outside Nigeria. The Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Rishi Sunak, and leader of the Labour Party, Keir Starmer, have commenced their campaigns a day after July 4 was announced for the country's general election. Speaking from Derbyshire in his bid to win a fifth term in office for the Conservatives, Mr. Sunak said economic stability has returned. At the rally in Kent, Mr. Starmer says it's time to turn the page and to end the chaos. Labour has been posting large leads in national opinion polls and has insisted it has a fully organized campaign ready to go. Parliament will now be suspended on Friday before it is formally shut down on Thursday next week ahead of an official 5-week election campaign. It means there are only 2 days to pass any outstanding legislation, a move which will mean some of the government's measures will have to be abandoned. Well, that's TVC News at 1. Thank you very much for being a part of it. Please get more on our website, www.tvcnews.tv. Also, we urge you to follow us on social media. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and X. Our handle is at TVC News NG. And we're live on YouTube at TVC News Nigeria. At the top of the hour, it will be time for Business Nigeria. Please stay with TVC News.
If you want to become something, become a child again. Why be a patient? If you must worry, then worry about winning. Why worry about germs? When you come home, bring tales and stories. Why bring in germs?
Shield your families from germs. When Dettol is a part of every household bucket, then you and your family can stay protected from up to 100 illness-causing germs.
Everyday use of Dettol keeps my loved ones protected.
The following is a paid presentation by ShopX TV. Do you struggle with having an active and healthy lifestyle due to your busy schedule? Do you find it difficult to make it to the gym? You want to improve your overall health, but don't know where and how to start? Medical experts agree that walking, running, and jogging are amongst the best ways to stay fit and enjoy a great active and healthy lifestyle. What if there was a convenient and affordable way to improve your health, improve your mood, and lose weight right in your own home? Introducing the SportX Digital Compact Treadmill, the compact foldable treadmill that makes being active and losing weight fast and easy. Just unfold it and walk, jog, or run while you watch your favorite programs on TV. And when you're done, just fold it and store it away. Now that's convenience. The secret is its advanced design that houses a 1-horsepower motor that is twice the size of most treadmills, packed into a nice compact unit, powering every step you take. You get the SportX Digital Compact Treadmill System complete with a rugged commercial-grade ultra-durable traction belt, large LCD multifunctional display that displays speed, time, distance, calories, and has 12 different exercise programs, as well as a magnetic safety key for added security.
The SportX treadmill has really helped me get back in shape after childbirth. I love it because it's compact and can fit anywhere in the house. And when I'm done, I fold and put it away. Easy peasy.
This is the best piece of equipment for people like me who want to stay active without leaving the home. I simply unfold it and use it while I watch my favorite program on TV.
Joining a gym can cost an absolute fortune, and you could be paying up to 490,000 naira in annual gym fees. Get the SportX Compact Digital Treadmill to save the cost and work out of the convenience of your home. You would normally pay 500,000 naira for a treadmill like this. Call the number on your screen now and get the SportX Compact Digital Treadmill for not 450,000 naira, but for just 400,000 naira only. And that's not all. You can get the SportX Compact Digital Treadmill in 2 easy payments of 200,000 naira. That's right, pay twice and get this amazing fitness solution. But wait, there's more. If you order now, you get the SportX Compact Digital Treadmill delivered to you for free wherever you are in Nigeria, and it comes with a ShopX 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied with the treadmill, send it back. for a full refund. But hurry, limited stock available. Call the number on your screen now or scan the QR code or visit our website to place your order while stock lasts.
The preceding was a paid presentation brought to you by ShopX TV.
You're watching Beyond 100 Days with Nifemi Oguntoye. President Tinubu, since he assumed office,
they are on our way to progress.
6 out of the 8 APC federal lawmakers.
I have a movement structure that's going to take back our party in Enugu State. Because this one I'm seeing is tales by moonlight. It's not working.
So I'm wondering what you think or who you think can stop him now.
He doesn't own the party.
One of the causes of inflation is because people cannot go to the farm.
The government still needs to do more so that people can eat.
I believe what clamoring for is more responsible use of social media. Not that people just go in there and think that they can say anything to anybody.
Tinubu is not one who believes in the simple. I mean, he wants to get it done. He will face it. He will get it done.
Yes, the president, from inception of his administration, focused squarely on diversifying the economy and driving in investments to, cushion the effect of everything that we've seen, ranging from COVID-19 to the global commodity shocks, global financial crisis, and all of that.
I was privileged to have worked under a governor who believed in the system, who also built up the system, and I'm going to do same.
All right, that's our show today, everyone. Thanks for being a part of it.
TVC News, first with breaking news. Stay ahead with the biggest news stories. Go beyond the news headlines. Experience impactful investigations. Enjoy resourceful news coverage in real time. TVC News at 7 and TVC News at 10 p.m. Live every day on this channel. TVC News, first with breaking news.
Hello there, it's Thursday's edition of Business Nigeria. Welcome and thank you for joining us. These are the top stories we're tracking for you at this time. FG, World Bank, IITA partner to boost innovative agricultural practices, food security. LCCI asked CBN to lower import duty exchange rates as Asian stocks ease as central banks play game of patience. On our show today, first we'll understand issues raised and the takeaways at the just concluded African CEOs Forum. Yes, in Kigali. We'll look at that, and on the flip side, we'll stay with the outcome of the May Monetary Policy Committee meeting as the Central Bank of Nigeria raises interest rates to 26.25% in an aim to curb the rising inflation. Some stories making headlines before we get talking. The federal government and International Institute of Tropical Agriculture and the World Bank have concluded plans to partner on innovative agricultural practices to address food insecurity in the country. This was the outcome of a high-level meeting between the Vice President, Senator Kashim Shettima, and a delegation from IITA, World Bank, and International Food Policy Research Institute in Abuja. The Vice President said the goal is to increase yield, adding that IITA was in a vantage position to assist not just Nigeria but sub-Saharan Africa in repositioning the agricultural ecosystem. Also, World Bank Practice Manager for Agriculture and Food Global Practice, Mr. Abel Lafafa, expressed IITA's World Bank and other partners' joy over President Tinubu's interest and the quantum of support to revamp agricultural productivity in the country. The just concluded Africa CEO Forum takes a look at critical issues affecting Africa's sustainable development and growth. One of the key themes that dominated the discussions was the urgent need for digital transformation across various sectors as participants emphasized the importance of embracing new technologies such as artificial intelligence, blockchain, and cloud computing to drive innovation and improve efficiency across Africa. The forum also highlighted the potential of digital solutions to enhance financial inclusion and access to essential services, particularly in underserved communities. Now, let's get talking about this now, and I'm being joined via Zoom by the Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer of Coronation Group Limited, Mr. Wole Onosoya. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, Mr. Onosoya. It's good to have you on the program.
Thank you very much, Tolu. Thank you very much for having me on today. I really appreciate it.
Yes. Now, following the just concluded Africa CEO Forum in Kigali, where you and, of course, other CEOs participated, what are your takeaways?
Wow, I think it was a highly insightful and highly inspiring event. It was great to be among so many people shaping ideas, shaping policies, and also innovating across the continent. One of the key things that hit me, though, or maybe a few things that hit me, was one, as a Nigerian company, we need to expand our vision and start having more of a Pan-African focus in the way that we do business. We also need to increase the size of our businesses, the scale at which we operate. We need to ensure that we operate at the highest standards, comparable to the foreign Western companies. Now, I know that a lot of the banks are already doing that. But for non-bank financial services institutions like Coronation Group, the way for us to achieve these kind of things, I've said very quickly, is through strategic partnerships. Partnerships in countries outside of Nigeria, and also leveraging technology to deploy our solutions broadly, very quickly, in a targeted way that meets the unique needs of Africans across the continent.
A good way to start this conversation, but what kind of innovations are you seeing right now, talking about your own industry?
Sure. So a lot of the innovations around our industry is around technology. So you find people using technology for different types of things, whether it's around making investments more accessible to customers, like we ourselves are doing with Coronation Wealth. It's a Pan-African digital wealth solution targeted at anywhere from low-income earners all the way to high net worth individuals. So you see things around that, leveraging technology a lot, like I said. There are also digital lending, more on the lending side, that is very common these days. And then you see innovations around quickly onboarding customers, just bridging that divide between low-tech users operating in a high-tech environment.
Well, Nigeria at the moment is, of course, pushing for import substitution. Let me say, are players in your industry looking at exporting services?
Sure. So the way I look at it is this. So if you look at, the non-financial services sector, we already have import substitution in fuel refining, for example. You were speaking earlier in your program about agricultural, investments right now targeted at import substitution. When you look at our industry, financial services, import substitution is really around the source of capital. What do I mean by that? So historically, if anytime we want to do major capital investments, we rely on foreign source of capital to do that. Now, when the gains, when the profits, the dividends, the interest income from those investments come in, that money is taken outside of our economy, which creates a gap. It removes that wealth building from our economy. So from my own side, when I think about import substitution, it's really about domesticating the sources of investments. So right now we have a thriving pension industry at over 20 trillion naira, making long-term investments in the economy. So we need to go beyond just the pension industry, more to bring more people, more retail investors, local institutional investors into the formal investment structure, that we can use that to build wealth that stays within our environment. So for me, that is one critical element of import substitution. Now, in terms of exporting, outside of our own shores, Nigeria, it's around, the example I gave earlier with, we have Coronation Wealth. We also have a very innovative company we launched last year called Fiducia. It targets SMEs, providing them, invoice discounting services. So, as we look to expand these types of services across Africa, what happens then is that you create wealth for more Africans in different ways.
Now, let me now ask that. What do you think can be done to improve the financial services, of course, in Nigeria, to be able to contribute more to the growth of the country economically?
Sure. So, look, something that has been worked on a lot over decades is financial inclusion. I would say from a banking standpoint, financial inclusion has gone a long way. You have right now over 61 million people with BVNs. You have payment service banks, that penetrate rural areas and other, less, tech savvy formal sectors of the Nigerian economy. However, there's a huge gap when it comes to the capital market space and insurance, which is where correlation plays. So what I mean by that is that look, right now, in terms of the number of individuals that are registered and able to trade stocks, for example, it's in the hundreds of thousands at best. So if you look at 61 million people with BVN compared to, a handful, hundreds of thousands of people that, are playing the capital markets, that's a huge gap. Now, how do you bridge that gap, which is your question, if I speak to that non-banking financial services sector? Number one is, working with regulators, creating the right environment, the right rules, the right structure, partnering with private sector players like ourselves to be able to onboard more people into the capital market space. Just like you have people, with BVN that can open bank accounts, and the BVN is used as an identifier for people to open bank accounts, take loans, and do all manners of things within the banking space. We need to be able to easily onboard people also to play the capital market space. So that's one. Another part of it is literacy, financial literacy. Now, you have millions of Nigerians, like I said, that are outside of the formal investment space. That means they're not taking advantage of, investments in stocks. You have some stocks that have done extremely well over the years. They're not taking advantage of that. They're not taking advantage of fixed income securities because they're not aware of these securities or how to play in that space. Then, and then the third part of course, is technology. Given the kind of demographic that we have in Nigeria, and just given the way technology has grown, it's important for us to have technology that can easily and quickly bring in these people into the investment space, and also for them to transact very, very conveniently. So coordination in these three things I've mentioned, for example, coordination is doing a lot. We're working very closely with our regulators in the capital market space to ensure that we can provide that brings in people efficiently, effectively, while we're not lowering the standards. It will have the appropriate KYC elements that we all need. And then also, if you look at digital literacy, so within financial literacy, if you look within Coronation Wealth, we have the Investment Academy. These are bite-sized investment courses that allows people at different levels of with different levels of education to be able to understand how to invest in the capital markets. We also have a Fantasy League that enables them to start trading stocks without using their own capital. So they're not risking capital, but they're understanding